I've played over 500 games on FC26 and I finally know what are the best tactics for you. I'm RedLac, a pro player, and these are my 4-4-1-1 custom tactics and player roles. But before you copy them, just wait. I'll explain how each and every role works the way it does. Right, let's get into it. Here we are with our pro team. Now, Mamadashvili in goal with the Evo. We mentioned that in the previous video. Saliba, Marquinhos. The team's amazing. Listen, we've got Mbappe. We've got Ginola. We've got Zico, the white Pele, in at cam. This guy's insane. Look at his stats, by the way, against pro players in the pro mode. The guy's insane, okay? He's one of the best players in the game, for sure. But you guys aren't here to see how good my team is. You're here to see how good the tactics are. Now, before anyone asks, of course this works with a really bad team. It's just I have a good team, and they work. They'll also work with a bad team as well. Right, no more waffling. Let's get straight into the tactics. So, here we are with the tactic. We're starting off with a 4-4-1-1 midfield. That's just what it's called on the preset, and it's really good in game, so let's get into why it's so good. Build-up style and balance. I can't remember in the first tactics video if we have balance or short passing. They're both really good and they both have their different strengths. On balance, players will vary between forward runs and coming short, and on short passing, players will just come short, okay? The thing is, in this formation, you want the wingers to be making runs, okay? You want the wingers to be running in behind, and that's why we're going to keep it on balance for now. Onto defensive approach, now we've gone for high. This is up to you, okay? I've been playing balance, it's really good. I've been playing high, it's really good. There's strengths and weaknesses to both, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, firstly, for high, the advantages are your team steps up, you have a better press on the opposition, but the disadvantage is there's spacing behind, and you can get first time through ball and stuff like that, okay, which is really annoying. However, on balance, your team will drop deeper, you won't be getting first time through ball, but you will be getting pushed into your own box, leaving the opponent more time to score. So unless your player switching's on point, you're probably going to want to do this one on high, and just hope they don't get through ball in behind, okay? So we're going for high for now. I'm not sure what we're going to play in the pro tournaments, but for now, for you guys, balance and high is really good. We're starting off in between the sticks. Mamadashvili on sweeper keeper plus. A risk-taking goalkeeper who focuses on stopping attacks outside their box. The thing is about this goalkeeper role, I've said it in videos before, whatever your goalkeeper has plus on, you may as well just use them with, okay? Because if it was just goalkeeper that Mamadashvili had a plus on, I'd be using them as a goalkeeper because I feel like it does make their performance better. But also, I like when the goalkeeper comes out and sort of wins the ball in aerial duels outside the box, okay? So that's important too. Sweeper keeper for now. Onto the centre backs now, we have defender and defend. We've been playing in FC era now for 2-3 years with these new tactic systems, right? No one's ever not used defender and defend. Like, this is a lock, okay? Don't think about swapping this unless you're in a 3 or 5 back formation. Then the middle centre back, try him on ball playing defender, okay? Try that out. But for now, we're keeping it on defender and defend. That's the way it is in FC26. Now, onto the fullback. Sometimes I tell you guys to go on fullback and defend. Not versatile, defend, okay? But right now in FC26, I don't think they actually come in more. I don't think they're helping in defending. Listen, if we're in the last 10 minutes of the game, I might switch back to the 4-2-3-1 we uploaded a few weeks ago. If you want to check that out, it'll be in the description. We could go on to defend then on the fullbacks. We could put the DMs on defend and holding or whatever it is to shore up the defense and try not to concede. However, I don't really think it affects the gameplay. So we're going to go for balance on both fullbacks, as you can see here, Nuno Mendes and Llorente. And yeah, I think their natural position in the back four is okay. What I'm saying is the fullbacks, they're not narrow enough whether they're on balance or defend. So you need to drag them in manually to help yourself defend. But what I'm saying is, with the ball now on balance, they're going to be there for an option out wide, whereas without them on balance, they're not. So I think the advantage of having them there for a pass when you do have the ball is more of an advantage of them trying to tuck in and not really tucking in when you don't have the ball, okay? I've made it confusing. It's not. Trust the process. Get them on balance, you'll be sound. Now, onto the centre mids, we have De Jong, deep line playmaker, defend. The thing is, you can put this on defend or build up or whatever you want. For me personally, I like the fact he sits back a little bit more. And on the left side, we have Tijani Reinders on box-to-box ball winning. Now, the natural setting for that is actually balance, but we're putting him on ball winning. So we're focusing on winning the ball back more as well as getting forward. The thing is about this role in particular, ladies and gentlemen, it's around the 70th minute, they're going to get really tired. So what I'd normally do then is I'll just swap Frankie De Jong and Reinders and bring on like Caicedo for Reinders, okay? That's what I would usually do. But Reinders loves to get forward. He's got that finesse play style as well at Silver, so he can score some goals too. Right, now, this is where it gets interesting. Right mid, inside forward balance. A wide attacker who begins on the wing, but regularly cut inside onto their preferred foot. Ladies and gents, you know what the inside forward does now. We've been 2 years of these tactics or something like that, and this is the best tactic for a winger. Trust me, it is. Inside forward, they'll get into that half space in the middle of the pitch, ready to receive a pass and shoot across goal. They're really, really good to use in FC26, the inside forwards. However, on the left side, for this time and this time only. Now, why is that, RedLac? Tell us, please. A wide midfielder who will always stay wide, hugging the touchline, offering support. The thing is, for me, in a pro game, I'm wanting to sort of have an outlet. And when I'm playing in champs, I don't need that. When I'm in a pro game and I've got no one to pass to and sort of everyone's really narrow and there's no passes on and I'm getting pressed from the centre mids, you always want to have somewhere to go. And that place to go is to the winger, Ginola. Now, the reason it's really good for winger on Ginola in particular is because he's so quick, so powerful. His R1 dribble's really quick with a controlled sprint as well. So you can sort of, also, he's got Enforcer, so you can sort of shield the players out of the way, keep the ball safe. Because when you go out to the winger, you are a bit isolated, to be honest. But the point is, you want to get to that touchline, turn around, find the reset. Can you get into the box? Can you score a finesse? Can you score a goal from that attack, from getting the ball to Ginola? And I just really like the way this team sort of attacks. Now, we have 2 roles left, which are also really important. But I think the midfield is where it's the most interesting. We have 4 different roles across the midfield 4. Now, we head to the cam. We have Playmaker and Balance. A lot of people like Shadow Striker. Again, this is preference. For me, I like Playmaker. The player tends to be a creative fulcrum. We've read that in the other video. They sit back a bit more. Shadow Striker's pushing up, being close to our striker Mbappe. They're trying to sort of help him out. Play as a second striker. No. We want a playmaker, a guy who's going to sit there and be the link between the centre mids and the striker. Because what? We want to receive the ball, turn around and play it to our striker, okay? The playmaker balanced. We're not messing about with roaming or anything like that or build up. For now, we're going to go for balance. We could try them, to be honest. You could try them as well at home. See what you think. But I like balance. I'm just going to keep it as that for now. And for the striker now, advance forward ++ attack. It's as simple as that. It's the basic advanced forward role, and it's a ++ for Mbappe as well. Now, you could do support, but not in a formation with 1 striker. That would be silly, because he'll be pulling in instead of pushing the line back. As 1 striker, you want to be in between the centre-backs. With 2 strikers, and then you're man-to-man with the centre-backs, you'll want someone who's sort of pulling back so you can give him to the ball to feet, with space to turn, without being tackled. Now, I've spoken about player roles. Let me talk about the player personnel, where you want who in each position, right? Striker, someone really quick, good at finishing, and a bit strong. Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele sort of fits that criteria as well. Maybe someone like Stoichkov, even like an Ibrahimovic can work. To be fair, you can even use someone like Pina because she's small, got really good dribbling, can dribble and find the pass. But I don't really like a Pina up front for my playstyle because she ain't quick enough, she ain't strong enough to score, take on centre-backs, and do the rest. You know what I mean? Like, I like to be able to do skills, get in between the 2 centre-backs, cause havoc, and score goals. So it's a bit different for everyone. I like a big sort of finisher, like striker style. So yeah, for me, Mbappe's the best. Then, at cam, you want someone who can twist, someone who can turn, someone who can incisive, someone who can tiki-taka. Basically, you want Bonmati, you want Zico. If not any of them, who's a sort of another option? You want Wirtz. Wirtz can be really, really good as well. At a cheaper level, I'm not really sure, to be honest, but someone who's sort of got them playstyles. Lads, I'm sorry because I don't know the budget for down low. However, you want incisive, you want tiki, you want maybe finesse silver. All these sort of things can really help. So yeah, that's the sort of cam profile. Now, onto the left mid. You want someone powerful, someone maybe with enforcer, someone quick, really quick. And someone who can, yeah, sort of shield the ball. That's what I like there. Now, right mid, you want someone who's quick, really quick. This is the point of the wingers. You need to be quick to beat the defenders in a race, okay? You want someone with game changer, so they can shoot across goal with the right foot. That's what I like personally. But also you want someone who, you know, can shoot on the left foot, can do skill moves, sort of is a nuisance. Williams is that. He's rapid, okay? He's absolutely rapid. And that's why he's my favourite player in this team. I'm not even joking. He's my favourite player. And the reason he's like that is because he has relentless. He can run all game long. This guy does not stop running. And he will not be coming off the pitch at any point. What a legend, man. I absolutely love it. Now, onto the centre mids. Tijani Reinders and De Jong. 2 players with tiki-taka plus. So look at Stiller, for example. Tiki-taka plus. Get him in the team. Who else is there? There's other players that haven't got the goal play style. Maybe like that new Thuram or players like this. You can get guys who are really good in the tackle. And that's exactly what you need. Someone who's good in the tackle. Someone who can pass the ball. You want either pinged or incisive on the centre mids. Maybe Caicedo's a really good option for cheap. Get Caicedo. Get either De Jong or Reinders if you can afford them. If you can't, get Thuram. Get someone who's cheaper, can win a tackle, and can play a pass. For me, De Jong and Reinders fit the bill. And then onto left back, we have someone who's more like a winger this year. I usually don't like this style. I like a Theo Hernandez usually. But Bruce is pointless, so we like Nuno Mendes, the dribbling, the pinged pass especially, and the dribbling as well. He's really good, and he's actually good in the tackle. Like I said, I usually like the Theo Hernandez type of build because they're stronger in the tackle. Nah, Nuno Mendes is really good, and so is Llorente. Llorente is the only guy who Bruce slightly works with, even though he doesn't have it. He does put in some good shoulder-to-shoulder challenges. Yeah, at fullback, you kind of want someone who's like tall, agile, can put in a really good tackle, can pass the ball. Like a centre mid kind of. Like Reinders would be really good at right back, for example. Maybe lacks a bit of pace, but that's the sort of build you want. Okay, now centre backs, simple as ever. Look for intercept, look for anticipate, look for a tall centre back, maybe 6'4", 6'5". Like a partnership's good. Like I've got a tall Saliba and a smaller Marquinhos. I like that as well. One more agile, one who can step out and make a challenge. In goal, someone tall, someone with save with foot trait. someone with far reach if possible, someone with cross claim if possible. But firstly and foremost, get save leg trait on your goalkeeper, maybe Raya, maybe Terstegen, someone like this, okay? Maybe that Chevrolet, he's really good as well. Now, they're the tactics done and dusted, the personnel done and dusted. So here's the full tactics. Copy the code now. It'll also be in the description down below, okay? Copy the code, get these on, try them out, and let me know in the comments if they're good enough for you, okay? Now, before you click off the video, so let's play a game in Division Rivals and see how good they really are. Let's get into it. Here we go then, the big one. I think we're in Division 2 right now, maybe Division 1, like somewhere near there. But yeah, great defending with the 4-4-1-1 and Zico running into the space. Can we trigger a left mid now? We can. Over to the right centre mid, trigger the right mid. Can we find the pass? We can. Williams. Can we find a shot? Ooh, unfortunate. Good press. Williams. There's the Trivela, the game changer play style. And there's the goal for RedLac. What a goal, by the way. As you see, we pressed up high with Zico. We shielded the player off. We give it to the right mid. We cut inside. What did I tell you, ladies and gents, about that weak foot on Nico Williams? What a player. Resets to the centre mid. Reinders. We use that tiki-taka play style well. Ooh, we pressed well again. It's Mbappe now. Moves the keeper. It's 2-0. There's a pause queued. Hang on. Hello. Rage quit. Let's play another one. Come on. Let's play another one. Ginola. Look how quick he is. This is what I'm trying to say, guys. Get down the line. Then what? Can we keep hold of the ball? We can. Can we find the centre mid? We can. Mbappe. Zico. One more. Get the tactics on now. Ginola. Look after it. Reinders, De Jong, Zico. Right, that's it. I'm genuinely done now. Like this video, comment what you want to see next, copy this code, subscribe for more, put the notifications bell on, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys. Peace. Do you want to play out from the back in FIFA, but your keeper is more like De Gea than Ederson? Who should be higher rated in EAFC? Leao or Dembele?
Finesse him. Get out the game, man. 3-0 whitewash. Throw that pad. You're done.